Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Could it be that this is the introduction to the mark of the beast? Hey guys, my name is Steven and I serve right here at Beacon Point SA, where we serve to share hope, inspire passion, and see Christ. Thank you so much for joining us for another video. Today we're looking at one that is moving quite with the times, if I can put it that way, with a new initiative with regards to a microchip going under your right hand, so that you may be able to make purchases, that you have your ID on you, so that you are able to get visas. It's all so convenient, but could this be a trap from Satan? Is it possible that this is something that's going to normalize you into doing this one day and you won't even feel like it will be something strange? Man, let's have a conversation about it today. We're going to look at a couple of clips on what that looks like. It is already implemented in a couple of countries, and we see that the UK is actually looking to implement this as well. But before we get into that, please do like, please do comment, please do subscribe. It helps us to push the video into the algorithm, and we would love the community to be knowing more about what is happening in the world, how it's relating to Christianity, and how you can build your relationship with God in a way that's pleasing to the Father. Let's get into today's video and check this out. This is what's currently happening in Sweden with regards to microchips.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
You like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all in chip. So I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks. So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need
That is wild, though. Just look at the access that you have. This is so convenient. Let's be honest. This is convenient. You don't need to have keys on you. You don't need to have a wallet on you. It's so much more safer. You're walking in the street. You don't have money or cash on you. So criminals, that gets eliminated. This is just so convenient. So convenient. And then you look at it from the other point of view, and you see that the government will have so much access to you. So banking records, visas, they'll be able to control when you travel, or if you can travel, they'll be able to track you wherever you are. And I think that is the scary part for me, is the fact that there will be so much known about your whereabouts, about your personal information, and how they can control you. So if you were to not abide by something that they would implement, it's crazy how they could just then shut down services on your chip. That is scary and wild. Anyway, let's listen to more what this brother has to say.
to do is I need to first blip my chip, and it will log me in. And from there, I get access to the fridge.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install ingrain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
Okay, so that's what's happening in Sweden currently. Let me share this with you, though. I am going to share this. I don't think this is the final product. I don't think this is the thing that the beast will particularly use. I think it's a method. I think it's a form. I think it's just normalizing us, right? It's making you feel like this is normal because it's convenient, it's got technological advances, it's innovation, it's creative, it puts you in a safe space. But like I just mentioned before, the downsides to this is control, power. The downside to this is that they'll be able to control what you purchase, how you purchase. They'll have all the records of that. Sorry, I've just got a tickle in my throat. And so with that being said, we get to see that when the actual thing comes, when the real thing comes, I think we'll be so normalized. We'd be okay with it. We'd be like, man, this is the new innovation. This is the new thing that's going to get society to this next level. And we're good with that. We're okay with that. That's my personal thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you think with regards to this, because it does seem like we're heading in that direction, especially with digital IDs that's becoming a norm. We're seeing that, as he mentioned, it's already in Sweden. So we do get to see that this man mentioned he goes to a fridge, he can purchase, he's got his keys, he can move around the building, and all of these really cool things. But to what extent? How much more is this going to be normalized to us? So I am going to be sharing a verse with you guys at the end of the video. So I want you to stick around for that. But how scary is it after watching that one clip that could become a reality? Now, check out this clip. And this is what probably will be happening very soon in the UK as well.
I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to
Check this out. So immediately he starts, oh, sorry. And he says that they're going to make this free of charge. So already you appeal to it. You feel, oh man, I need to get this. I need to get in touch. I need to get this thing. It's so cool. But you got to think though. I'm not putting out their conspiracy theory or whatever. I just want us to be aware of the fact that if we are going to be normalized by what they are introducing, then it means that we are going to be blinded when the real truth of the reality actually happens. And when that happens, it's going to be a dark time for humanity. It's going to be crazy. So, yeah, anyway.
work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
Folks, digital IDs in and of themselves is probably not that big of a deal. What people don't realize is the government's been issuing our IDs since the beginning. So our driver's license, our passport, our social security numbers. So what's this big deal about digital all in one place, all connected? There's what's wrong with it. It's all in one place and it's all connected. So they lure you with convenience when in reality, now it's control. Pay attention to what's going on right now. Because if I lose my driver's license, I can still access my bank account. I can still buy groceries. I can still use my credit cards. If I lose my checkbook or my banking information, I can still drive. I can still go buy groceries. I can still do things. But when you consolidate all of that under one digital ID, now they can press one button and bam, you're locked down. You can't travel.
That's so true. That's, I think I mentioned this earlier. Is that right? That it's going to be about control, and it's also going to be about the fact that now they've got access to you. They've got access to you, and whatever they then decide to do, they can do. And you went and you voluntarily put this in because it's free, and it's wild how this man said in the beginning that you will not be able to work in the UK without a digital ID. So already you need to start waving red flags to say, already you're putting a condition to me not, if I did not want to take that digital ID, the chip in the hand or whatever, then I'm gonna be in a big situation, because now I won't be getting an income. And that we need an income to survive, to live. So they're cutting you off right at the place of your need and what makes you vulnerable. This is wild. Okay.
You can't buy gas. You can't have power at your house. You can't vote. You can't do anything unless they allow you to do it. And one button, boom, shuts you down out of society. And that, folks, would alarm me. Why? Well, because I don't know if you guys have ever read something called the Bible, but there's a prophecy about 2,000 years old that has been warning us that in end times, they're going to have a mark that we all have to accept in order to participate in society, in order to buy food and sell goods and services, like in order to work. Okay. When they say in order to sell, that's work. Okay. Commerce is work. You aren't allowed to work without this ID. It's ridiculous. My God, man, how dumb do you have to be? Wake up. There's coffee on the kettle, folks. Get yourself a cup of coffee, wake up, and let's join the party.
Okay, so his message over there, the end is wake up. And I think that is so relevant, because we need to become aware of what's happening around us. And these things are happening. They're very sly with it. They're very crafty. They're very tricky. They make it convenient for you. But at the end, you're going to find out that this thing is actually going to be the destruction of you. Like I said, I do not think that these things currently, like a digital ID or a chip right now, is the mark of the beast. I don't think it's right now. I do think it's an introduction. I do think it makes you feel like this is a normal thing for you to do. I do think the way they're selling it is innovation, technology, convenience. That's what I think. So when the real thing does come, it's not strange to you. And so you're going to take that without question. You're going to take it without making any noise or anything. You're just going to be like, this is the next new thing, like I just mentioned before. But anyway, on that note, let's share a verse. All right. So I want us to understand this really quickly. If you thought that this is something that possibly could not happen, that possibly is not a prophecy, perhaps you feel that this is not recorded anywhere. Well, let me share this with you. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bound or bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So does that sound familiar? Does it sound like one of the clips we just watched, right? Especially this part, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. All right. So we hear that that is something that is in the Bible, Revelations 13, verse 16 to 17. It speaks exactly about this. Who's this going to be upon? Both those small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead. So everybody, no matter your social status, no matter where you are in life, this is going to be a requirement. And already there's a condition set out that the livelihood of people, the economical state of people, the money they will be receiving working, if you do not have this ID, then you will not be able to work. And this feels like that kind of conditioning that's happening right now in society, that when the mark of the beast does come, like I said, we will be so normalized that we will just take it without even considering what the repercussions of it is. And these are the repercussions of taking this mark. Check this out. It says this in Revelations 14, verse 9 to 11. In the New International Version, it says, a third angel followed them and said in a loud voice, if anyone worships the beast and its image and receives its mark on their forehead or on their right hand, they too will drink the wine of God's fury, which has been poured full strength into the cup of his wrath. They will be tormented with burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angels of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment will rise forever and ever. There will be no rest, day or night, for those who worship the beast and its image, or for anyone who receives the mark of its name. This is the conversation or the idea that John is sharing and prophesying about, that is in continuation to what we just read in Revelations chapter 13. And so it is important for us to understand that he is speaking about the mark, he is speaking about those that receive the mark, and he is speaking about those that receive the mark will be getting the full wrath of God. The full wrath of God. They will be tormented, they will be put into a lake of sulfur. And so we see that whenever there's going to be a worship of the image of the beast and of the beast, that will be the fate of those that accept that mark. And so I just want to share with you today that let us be aware of what's happening around us. What is society normalizing to us that is not according to the word of God, and how we can then resist it. And so it's important we stay in the word. Maybe you feel that today you have not yet accepted Jesus into your life. I would encourage you to explore Jesus. I would encourage you to explore what Jesus has done on the cross. I would encourage you to explore the Bible, ask questions, get into conversations, so that the Lord might just reveal himself to you and you could come to the knowledge of truth to say that you want to accept Jesus into your life. And so we don't need to be lost. We don't need to lose hope. We don't need to be in a position where we feel like things are going to be in damnation. It might be, but how glorious it will be if we perhaps will accept Jesus into our lives. And amen. Who knows? Will the church be here at that time? Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you had a good conversation with us. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you are thinking. And I trust that the Lord will keep you and that you will be safe. God bless you. Speak soon and see you in the next video.